How you guys doing? It's Fanatic Philly fan. I just want to do a real quick video real quick. I know I've been kind of away. I've been busy, man, and I had strep throat. I've been sick a lot this last month and a half, man. It's not been fun, but I'm better now, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling dapper. We got a lot to talk about real quick, man, just in a couple of minutes that I got real quick. Look, man, the division's ours. Howie Roseman deserves a lot of respect. For one, we're not dealing with no contract issues with major players. You know what I mean? We're not dealing with contract issues for major players. And that is the main thing that's derailing the Cowboys season right now. They should have been had Dak taken care of. They should have been had Zeke taken care of before Dak, even, in my opinion. In fact, it makes sense that they let Dak play his last year out just to see what they really got after they got Amari Cooper. Pretty much to test him to see if he is that dude, because I don't believe he's that dude. I mean, Carson Wentz been in the last 2 seasons, and we paid our quarterback. But Skip Bailey said we don't really believe in him, but we committed $107 million to our quarterback while y'all haven't committed a cent. He turned down $30 million, supposedly. If you ask me, that's insane. I don't feel like another team's going to offer Dak that. We saw what his peers thought of him. He didn't even make the top 100. Carson Wentz was injured for the last 5 games of the season and made the top 100. So what is this discussion? Every analyst, everybody in media, everybody on, except for maybe 3% of people, think that Carson Wentz is better with his injury history and has more upside than Dak Prescott. And the numbers are very similar, even though he's missed 8 games. 8 games he hasn't played. That's half a season, and the numbers are pretty much the same. Mark Holmes loved to bring up the excuse that Dak has 2% higher completion rate, 1 more touchdown, and 3 less interceptions, yet he doesn't bring up the fact that we have 8 less games that our quarterback played. It's funny how you could switch up stats to fit your argument however you want. Anyways, the fact is we lost Michael Bennett. We get Malik Jackson. We didn't have any running game. Our running game was 28th in the league last year. What does Howie Roseman do? Go get us help. He goes and gets us Jordan Howard, drafts Miles Sanders. Oh, Jason Peters is getting old. Gets Andre Dillard. Who else is making power moves like this? Howie Roseman gets no respect. Everybody talks about Jerry Jones and being a cap wizard. What about Howie Roseman? In the beginning of this offseason, we had $7 million in cap space. He made moves and got us $21 million in cap space. We were the top 7 team in worst cap space, with the least amount of money in cap space at the beginning of the offseason. And Howie worked his magic. Not only did he get Deshaun Jackson at a discounted price and get him back for a couple of years, not only did he get us a running game and get everybody that we drafted signed, we didn't give up no draft picks to do any of that. Howie Roseman's a G, man. Howie Roseman is a gangster, man, and he don't get enough respect, and I'm tired of people talking about all these other great owners like Robert Kraft and all these other great owners. We're the closest thing in the NFC to the Patriots right now. We have a stacked roster, and we might not have and what I mean by that is our roster has very little holes. The New England Patriots might not have a lot of wide receivers, but they don't need to because they got Tom Brady. Everything else, they got sewed up, and they got depth. That's what I mean. That when I say we're close to the Patriots, the way we run our organization from top to bottom, we got leaders. You know what I mean? We're consistent. We're always in the mix in the NFC. Even when we didn't win our division, we're still in the playoffs. We still went as far as the Dallas Cowboys did, and we didn't have home court advantage at all. And we still went as far as they did and played better than they did. They got destroyed by they got destroyed by the Rams. We didn't get destroyed by the Saints. We were winning most of that game, and had Alshon Jeffrey caught that pass, we damn near pretty much should have beat them. So Howie Roseman deserves respect. We are not dealing with any contract issues. I mean, we got Arcega-Whiteside, who's a replacement for Alshon Jeffrey. Everywhere where you see we're getting old or we might be vulnerable, except for linebacker and backup quarterback, we got on lock. Cornerbacks, we done signed I don't know how many cornerbacks the last couple weeks. I done forgot how many, all the cornerbacks we got on our roster now, man. And, you know, I did say we were going to trade a cornerback, but we did end up making a trade. But we didn't trade a cornerback, so I still think that's a possibility. I still think this team has more moves to make. I feel like we have depth at cornerback once a couple of those guys get healthy. Whether you like Jalen Mills or not, he's better than a lot of other cornerbacks out there. He's at least average. Somebody will need him. And we do got depth in the cornerback situation, so I feel like if We either need to get a backup quarterback. Go sign Kaepernick, man. Why don't we get Kaepernick? We got Michael Vick. After that dog killing issue, we got Michael Vick. Why not go get Kaepernick? Wouldn't that be the best backup ever? Wouldn't he take $2 or $3 million, and we still got a decent amount of cap space left? We need to go get Kaepernick, man. Philly 500, what do you think about that? Bird Game Sports, what do you think about that? Joey Shakes, what do you think about that? Let me know your comments in the bottom, man. What do you think about Kaepernick being our backup? I feel like he would fit our offense perfectly. Him and Carson Wentz, I feel like have a lot of the same skill sets. They got a good deep ball. They both got a cannon of an arm. They both can run, and they both don't turn over the ball a lot. So what's up, man? I feel like we should sign Kaepernick. He's out there. He's ready. It's no coincidence he made that video saying that he's still been working out for 3 years ever since our quarterback got injured. He knows that we need somebody right now. Let's go, man. Gang green this year, man. The division is ours. Howie Roseman's a wizard. And Howie Roseman, if you want to go down in the record books, just do this last move, man, and get Kaepernick, man. Be the first to bet on Kaepernick. Jeffrey Lurie, man. You're not afraid to break the mold. I know all the owners don't want Kaepernick in the league, but guess what? We need a backup quarterback just in case. And I feel like Carson Wentz going to play the whole season. I really feel like he's going to prove his doubters wrong. He's eating different, playing different, trying to work on his play style, getting the ball quicker, just eating sacks instead of trying to run through defensive tackles like he did in the Rams game. Fall down, eat the sack, whatever. Live to fight another day. We don't need you diving into the end zone, man, hurting yourself against two linemen and a linebacker and a defensive lineman. We don't need that. So go get Kaepernick. Give us some, because if Carson Wentz get injured and we get Kaepernick, I feel like the drop-off isn't a lot. Yeah, Kaepernick hasn't played football in 3 years, but Michael Vick looked good when he came back and he was gone for 2 years. And Kaepernick's been working out and playing with NFL people, throwing to NFL people in the offseason. He's been working out. So it's not like you're in prison where you can't throw to NFL caliber wide receivers and where you can only work out like Michael Vick was doing. And he still had a successful year and made almost $100 million when he came back signing with us. So I'm just saying, man, I feel like this team got a lot of upside. And Dallas, you're not going nowhere without Zeke. You fucked up when you didn't pay Zeke, and he told you guys months ago that he was going to do this. So it's not like he just surprised you guys with going to Cabo. He told you he wanted a new contract. He's more important to your team than Dak at this point. Maybe after this year with Amari Cooper, they could, maybe they could do good without him. Who knows? If they start the season without Zeke and they do good, great for them. But you're not winning a Super Bowl without Zeke. That's for sure. Alfred Morris ain't going to get you there. You saw what happened last time you had Alfred Morris. You guys were decent, but not great. So, I don't know, man. I really feel like we need to sign Kaepernick, and we need to make a trade at linebacker, and we're set, man. Gang green, man. I feel like our record going to be 11-4. Home court advantage throughout the NFC, throughout the playoffs. Let's get it, baby. Gang green.